Good afternoon. I think it's just about 12. I will wait, so I'm not just talking to myself, for just a couple seconds, and we will get started on Amy's brand new Manor Borne wall paint. I am so excited to share this with you because I got to use it, and I got to actually paint it in my guest bathroom, and I love it. I really love it. So let me introduce myself. I am Mary Corrado. I am from Portland, Oregon, and I am an interior decorator, and I am also one of Amy Howard's artists in residence. Now, I am going to share, as an artist in residence, Amy asked me if I had a way to use her wall paint, and it's the brand new Manor Borne. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to make it so that I can use her brand new wall paint. So I took her paint and decided to paint my little guest bath that has been this way for a good probably 15 years. And I was over it. I was just over the plainness of it. So I asked her, I said, you know, it is wall grass cloth. Is that okay to paint over the grass cloth? And they said, go for it. And you know what? It is fabulous. I'm so glad I left the grass cloth. I love a textured wall. I love wallpaper. And this paint that I used on it has such a beautiful low, it's a matte, but it has this beautiful low sheen. And it works beautifully on the wallpaper. It's stunning. So if you have something like that and you have, you know, sometimes there's some really old grass cloth in people's houses and they're afraid to, they don't like it, they don't know what to do with it. You can paint over it. It was in great shape to begin with and it looks fabulous. And I will, of course, bring you in there to show you. But I want to tell you about the Manor Borne paint. With this video, there is a link that you can get these fabulous color cards for 20% off if you click the link in this video. And also go to register so that you can get the first access to these wall paints. And you will also then be entered to win a free wall paint bundle. So I'm reading my notes. I have to make sure I get it all in. So look at these gorgeous colors. They are fabulous. These colors are right up my alley. I live in an English Tudor house that's almost 100 years old. And because we have natural wood in part of the house, like the entry, the dining, the living room, I needed to use more soft, I couldn't just use white. There was white trim in this house in the new addition, and it was stark and it was awful compared to the gumwood that I have coming into my home. So I've always used historic colors, and I use them because they are deep and rich, and they're the colors that I call, you don't know what really color it is, because when someone asks me what color did you paint it, it's like, well, it's a bluish, greenish kind of color, and that's what I love. That's absolutely what makes a house so beautiful and rich. In your rooms, there are colors at paint stores that you should not even go near, that are so clear and so awful. And it just kills me to see someone paint their room that color when it's just a one tint color. These paints, you can tell the depth of color is unbelievable. These are historic colors. This is a no VOC, perfect for kids' rooms, safe for the environment. There is UV protection. So if you've got windows around your walls and things start to fade, it will not happen with this paint. It is a beautiful matte finish. It is a primer and a paint in one, which is awesome. It has ultra scrub matte finish. So it's beautiful. That is perfect. It is, like I said, highly pigmented, which is the greatest thing about it. There are, these colors, because they are historic and there's so much pigment, which I tend to call these kind of grade colors, because you can tell they're not clear at all. They've got so many different depths of reds and blues and yellows, the cyan and all that good stuff. So they all go together. like you could go from one room to the next in your home, matching any of these, and you will feel like you're in a very, very cohesive home. And that is always my goal, to feel like you can go from room to room and not feel like, whoa, this is completely different. And as I take you into my guest bath, I will show you kind of the transition I made from kitchen to hall to the little den area and then into my bath. What else do I need to tell you? Let me just show you. Actually, I'm just going to turn this down. I'm going to show you what paint I used. This is the paint called Tobacco Trail, and it is gorgeous. Now see how it looks green, but you're going to see it in my little guest bath, and it's going to actually, to me, it looks blue. So it's one of those colors that probably if I had windows and different light coming in, it would change throughout the day, and I love that. So let's just take you on a little tour. This is a little bit different for me to have everyone come see my stuff in my house, but let's take a little tour, and I'm going to kind of show you how we transition and what I did in the bathroom and why. Okay, so hopefully this will be okay. I have to turn it. I won't be able to see what I'm doing, but I'm just going to turn it, and I will try and be slow so that you can kind of get a good sense of what is going on. Okay, this is my kitchen, and I'll start to walk so you can kind of see. This is my little seating area where I love green. I love greens. I love browns. I'm from Portland. Maybe it's what I see outside, but I just absolutely love a beautiful green and browns and kind of natural. I have a beautiful painted floor that I wish I could say I did it. I did not. I hired a woman who does beautiful paintings years ago. But you know what? I'm so excited. I know how to do this now. So this is really exciting. Okay, and now as I transition, we go into the hallway, and you can see that the colors, it's also a grass cloth, but you can see that the colors are very muted. This has been up for a long time, but I love just kind of darker muted colors, but I also love a little bit of splash. And so here I've incorporated, this is of course, another grass cloth, but it is my favorite, and it is a turquoise color. But I love it with the browns, the creams, the little bit of pinks, the wood tones. And so from the kitchen, and here is my entry. I'm not going to take you in there, but that is the color that we cannot paint because it is, some fabulous wood from 100 years ago. So I had to work with that color and bring the rest of the house together with that color. So that's why my house is this color. Granted, I'll change it up as time goes by, but for now, this is what it is. Okay, here's my guest bath. Now, I hope you can see this well. And now I am getting a phone call, but just ignore that. I'm going to show it up close. Here is the grass cloth and how the paint went on it so beautifully. And here is just the way I decided to decorate it. And I had this pretty French mirror that I've wanted to use in here. I have some fun little antique art, some botanicals, and this, you're probably wondering, what the heck is this? But this is like a grosgrain ribbon that I think is used. I had 2 big spools of it. I think it is used inside of hats. And when I had it the tan color, I decided I wanted to line the walls with a trim. So I did do that. And when I went to take the trim off to paint, I had used hot glue. I could not get the hot glue off. So I was, okay, I'm putting this back. But you know what? I really like it. I think it's just kind of something different and kind of cool. But there's my little mushroom botanical. I wanted to incorporate these colors. The reason I chose this color, not only because it kind of goes throughout the house, but I have this trim that I was not going to paint because it goes with the floor, which I want to paint, but I haven't quite gotten the nerve up yet. So I knew it had to be something that went with this kind of yellowy color because it matches kind of the skirt and it kind of matches the gold tones in here, the floor. And then when I came and finished all that, I decided the floor looked plain. So what I did was I added so here's my floor mat with the, it's Amy Howard's faux wood stencil. And it is, you know, I painted it, I glazed it, I did all kinds of stuff to make it kind of give the same kind of natural, I didn't want earthy, but I wanted casual. I like a English French country look. I don't like fussy. I like things to be super comfortable, and I want people to come in and feel like my house is inviting and that you can't hurt anything, but I want it also artistic, and I love to experiment. And so I just kind of go for it. So that is my bath. Let me show you the walls one more time. Now in this light, it looks really blue. Come around the corner, it's looking a little greener. But the finish, I love it. I absolutely love it. It just went on beautifully. I rolled it and 2 coats, and that's all it took. So, oh, one more thing I just want to share with you, if you are interested. This is a skirt that I've had for a long time, but if you are interested in this kind of a thing, I don't like just a pedestal sink. It just is kind of to me. I can't wait to find a piece of furniture that I can actually have as my vanity, because I would love to have a vanity where I can stick more stuff. But with the skirt, it's just a beautiful linen that is lined, and to attach, you use Velcro that's sticky on the one side that sticks to the sink, and the other side, the Velcro is sewn onto the skirt. So you do one side sewn on and one side here, and it comes off easily. I can wash it, all that good stuff. So if you have any questions, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I should be sharing with you. You know what? This paint is so wonderful. I absolutely love it. Just go for it. Have fun with it. It's easy to use. And I'm really pleased. I just think it's so cute. I just love it. I absolutely love the color. And so thank you. I'm going to kind of head back this way. Thank you so much, you guys. And I hope you enjoyed the video. It's not the longest one, but I think it'll be okay. It gets you into the idea of what this new paint is, and go for it. Sign up, get your color cards for 20% off, and then sign up and enter to win the wall paint bundle. I mean, you will love this. Oh, I wanted to show you too. It only took about half of the paint container. Was it a gallon paint? It only took a half a gallon for the 2 coats in the bathroom. And I don't know if that was because if it soaked it in a little bit more. I don't know if I needed a little more because of the wallpaper, but it went on great. It's beautiful. And that's it. Thanks for coming to my house, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.